everybody, this is a quick video to show you how you can make your own eco-enzymes at home using the materials that you can easily find. Okay, so first off, you need a container to hold our eco-enzymes. So a 500 ml plastic bottle like this will do, right? And I believe this can be easily found. Okay, and you also need a piece of paper. A4 will do, right? As long as it's longer than your plastic bottle, that's fine, right? You see here I also have a marker. This is to place markings on the paper, which I'll show later. And then we need a pair of scissors. Okay, so all of this will be for preparing the water bottle. Next, when it comes to the items that we're actually putting into the water bottle, what we'll need is firstly sugar. Okay, you won't need this much amount of sugar. This is just what I'm showing you. It would be helpful to have a spoon here so that you can easily scoop the sugar into your bottle. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you're using white sugar, fine sugar, coarse sugar, brown sugar even, right? The sugar is just to provide food for the bacteria in the fruit waste to feed on to produce the eco-enzymes. Right? And last but not least, we will need our own stash of fruit waste. Okay, I know this doesn't look very appealing. This is basically orange fruit peels that I've collected from previously, and to prevent it from getting moldy and going bad, what I've done is I placed it in a plastic bag and placed it in the freezer. Right, now that I need it for a new batch of eco-enzymes, I've taken it out so that it can thaw. Okay, and it will be helpful to have a pair of kitchen scissors to cut this up to smaller pieces so that it can fit through the narrow mouth of the plastic bottle that we are using. Ideally, we will want to use a container with a larger mouth, right? But since this is something that I wanted you guys to be able to do at home with materials that you can easily find, I think this is doable, right? What we need to do instead is to tear or to cut this out up into smaller pieces. Okay, and with that, we should be ready to start. Okay, first, let's start with preparing the bottle to contain our eco-enzymes. Okay, first and foremost, what I want to do is to remove the any plastic covering on the bottle. Okay, and this is where the paper comes in. What we want to do is line your bottle against the piece of paper, right, and then just mark roughly near the mouth where it ends. Okay, so about here. Okay, and what I want you to do next is to basically divide this section into 14 parts. And why 14 parts? It is because when we are making our eco-enzymes, we want to make sure that we have 1 part sugar to 3 parts fruit waste and 10 parts water. Okay, so you can actually make the markings on the bottle itself. I just think that this might be easier. One thing you can do to make it easier to mark out the different parts is to basically fold this up to this end here, fold it into half. So this gives me a marking here, right? And this tells me where the halfway mark is. Okay, so that will make it easier for you to think about how you can further split this into 14 parts. Or what I will have to do is ensure that I have 7 parts in here and 7 parts in here. Okay, if you prefer it, you can actually use a ruler, but what I'm showing you is an estimation of what you can do. Okay, so now that the 14 parts have been measured out, what I want to do next is to get my bottle, right, and then fill it up with, like I said previously, 1 part sugar, 3 parts fruit waste, and 10 parts water. Okay, so let's start with putting in the sugar first. Okay, so I'll need to put this amount. So this is best done by putting the bottle up and lining the paper against it. Alright, so I've now filled up my sugar to make up 1 portion of this. So okay, then I want to fill up my fruit waste up to this portion here. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm cutting my fruit waste into smaller pieces that I can easily fit through the mouth of the bottle, so as such. Okay, so this would be a good size. Okay, and you just fill it up till it reaches the marking as you have already done on a piece of paper. Okay. Alright, okay, so I'm done with this, and what I need then is to just fill it up with water, cap it, label it with the date, and I'll be done. Okay, so just for comparison, this is actually 1 orange worth of peels. Okay, so I actually still have a lot more peels, which I can then use to make another batch of Eco-Enzymes. Of course, if you're using a larger container, you might need more fruit waste. Okay, so this is my suggestion if you are using a 500 ml water bottle. Okay, but if you have a larger container, then by all means go ahead with that. Okay, so I'll fill this up and I'll show you how the end product looks like. Okay, so I'm done filling up my bottle to the desired mark, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cap it real tight, right? Okay, you see this is how it looks like. The fruit waste will typically be floating in water. Okay, and you see that actually has sugar here that's not dissolved yet. So what I want to do is to give it a good shake. Okay, give it a good shake and make sure that everything is completely and well mixed. Okay, you want to dissolve the sugar completely. Okay, and this is the finished product. So just some final words on what to do now that this is done, right? You want to put this in a shaded area away from direct sunlight. You will have to leave these for at least 3 months before it is ready, and then you can use it for cleaning your floor and your sink and all of that. Okay, I will provide more details on how you can actually use your Eco-Enzymes to clean things in your home. Okay, but you will need patience, 3 months at least. For the first few days, you will need to release the cap, right, to allow some of the gases to escape, because in the process of the Eco-Enzymes being formed, right, when the bacteria feeds on the sugar that you have put in here, right, it will actually produce extra gases. And what happens when you have gases trapped in an airtight bottle, right, this bottle will expand, and if you do not release the gases, it might cause the bottle to potentially explode. Not that I've seen it before, but just to play safe, you have to just release it. Okay, just release, let the air escape, and can give it a good shake again, right, to make sure that the Eco-Enzyme, it will be nicely formed. Okay, and actually that's it.